Welcome back. February is Heart Month, yes, and today we have Dr. Daniel Green of Secours, Upstate Cardiology. He's going to talk to us about some of the worst habits that we can have as far as keeping our heart healthy. Dr. Green, thanks for coming in. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well. Thank
you. Look healthy.
I'm a little cold, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it's a little chilly out there.
We're ready for the 60s and 70s.
Exactly.
Exactly. Really have no excuse to get out.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
And of course, walking would be good for a healthy heart, and it's a little cold to walk.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Physical activity is a big part of heart health. We recommend about 150 minutes a week of a high-intensity physical activity. So what I tell people is if you can break that down into about 40 minutes, say every other day, maybe 4 days a week, and if you want to know how intense to exercise, we would recommend doing something where it would be hard to have a conversation with somebody. That's sort of the level of activity. If you're walking along and sort of chatting with friends, you're probably not getting a lot out of the exercise. So we want to push ourselves a little bit.
Walking is good. It's not running.
Right.
But walking is still good.
Walking is good. Yep. Walking is good. Anything that gets your heart rate up is really good. And a lot of people who are doing no activity can't just start and do something like that for 40 minutes a day. So starting anywhere. 2 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, just getting out and being active and slowly build yourself up to that goal of somewhere around 150, 160 minutes a week.
One of the best things, if you can find like an interval thing where you're, maybe you're starting off where you're walking for 2 minutes and then 30 seconds of a fast walk.
Exactly.
And walk for 2 minutes.
Exactly.
I like it because it just kind of, I say messes with your heart a little bit, gets it up.
And if you can link it to something else that you enjoy, maybe a podcast or a show that you enjoy watching, music you like listening to, you can kind of reward yourself and you say, I'm only going to watch Your Carolina while I'm on the treadmill, and then it's sort of a way you can link those things and treat yourself while you're doing it.
So when I get up in the morning, like on a Saturday, and I put my sweatpants on and lay on the couch and watch TV, that's not doing anything.
Probably not getting a lot out of that, right?
Have my sweats on.
Yes, couch potato. That's number one. And we get it. It's hard when it's cold outside, but bundle up and pick a day that it's a little bit warmer.
And there are places we can go. We can go to the mall. A lot of churches have gyms. There's YMCA's and other gyms that you can go to. The wellness, you can walk there. Exactly. There's a lot of options to get out there and get moving.
How important is sleep?
Well, they recommend about 7 to 9 hours for adults. Everybody is kind of different in how much sleep you need. To be honest with you, probably most people aren't getting enough sleep. A lack of sleep leads to higher stress levels. It can lead to high blood pressure. And in certain conditions, people who have problems with apnea at night, it can lead to heart rhythm problems. So there's a whole science to good sleep, and it's probably more than we have time to talk about here, but it's worth talking to your doctor to make sure that you're getting the right amount of sleep. And if you find yourself dozing off during the day, having to have a couple cups of coffee every morning just to stay awake, you're probably not getting the sleep you should be getting.
I can't imagine anybody on the planet could sleep 9 hours.
I would be
here. Climbing the walls.
Right here.
Well, there are, and I'll tell you that younger folks tend to need more sleep, and as we age, we tend to need a little bit less sleep. But basically, if you find yourself falling asleep during the day, having a hard time every time you sit down on the couch, keeping your eyes open, you're probably not getting enough sleep.
There you go.
Another thing too, if you're staying up too late, sometimes that causes you to snack on some foods that
Exactly. When you're tired during the day, it's harder to make those good choices about exercise and about food because you just want to get home and get your feet up.
Well, and boredom can create the hunger to eat too. Just being bored.
And something else that you may not think would relate to heart, but we've all been talking about this, especially the past couple of days, is not to minimize mental health. Exactly.
Managing stress is what we talk about. Stress tends to raise your blood pressure. It raises your blood sugar levels. It raises levels of hormones and steroids in your body that sustained levels of stress are not good for your heart health. It also leads to those habits that tend to be unhealthy. So people who have higher stress levels tend to exercise less. We tend to find ourselves using food to comfort ourselves or alcohol to comfort ourselves, and those things are not healthy habits to get in. The best thing to do is to deal with the stress, and then that can help lead to those healthy habits that help with your heart.
So you're at Secours. Where do we find you exactly if we want to?
If you want to find us, we have a website, Secours Mercy Health, and you can also look us up and you can call our office.
Okay.
We have plenty of providers who are willing to see folks, and you do not need a referral if you want to see one of the heart doctors in our
Dr.
group.
Daniel Green.
Yes, sir.
Helping us make, some little changes in our lifestyle. Again, you gotta be willing to put in the work a little bit, but these aren't really hard things to do.
They're not hard to do, and it's important to remember that even living the right lifestyle, people can still have heart problems. So if you're having a problem, get yourself checked out. Go see your doctor.
And on your cereal, use 2% low fat or water. Use water on your cereal. What do you think, Doc?
Sounds wonderful.
No water in your cereal.